Electricity generation and supply to businesses, offices and homes across Nigeria, well, many would say are far below expectations. Well, public and private entities depend on generating sets for power supply. Some economic analysts have described the Nigerian business scene as being more generator economy or a mere generator economy, hardly sustaining meaningful activities. TVC News, Effiong Ekop brought in this report.
Private generation of electricity is common in Nigeria. In the business circle, entrepreneurs and commercial houses spend fortunes to acquire different brands of generators. This feature of the Nigerian economy is forced by unreliable public power supply, making it necessary for business owners to keep generators as assets.
Most times we don't usually have lights. Out of 7 to 8 hours daily, let's say you will run on generator for like 7 hours. That's crazy.
When there is light, my business move. In fact, I can even employ people because there are people outside there that are looking for work. Because my business is not moving, I cannot employ people.
Electricity is better for us, even more conducive. Like it will power the ACs. It's cheaper. It will be more comfortable for us and the customers, and then it will also like affect our overall cost of running the business.
With the acquisition of generators, purchase of petrol or diesel follow, producing the ultimately increasing average cost of running businesses. In Ketu, a suburb of Lagos, some micro-enterprise operators revealed how poor supply of electricity to businesses can drag down an economy.
We have to depend on generator, so which has been major constraint on the business because we spend more on diesel running the business.
We are asking the government to work on the electricity very well. If there is light, every business in this country will survive.
Many micro-entrepreneurs are quick to blame the government for running what they call epileptic power system.
Jeba hydroelectric power plant is also planning and Kainji to add solar components to their hydro capacities. What this means really is that it brings to the fore the vulnerability of each source of energy, whether it's hydro, whether it's coal, whether it's solar, whether it's wind. They are not prolific all year round, all time round. So you always need to have a balance.
TVC News entered the factory of Gold Plus Nigeria Limited, manufacturers of straws and plastic products. The factory owner, Oliver Okere, paints a poor picture of power supply to his factory.
60 to 70% of the time here, I run generator. We're on diesel. I know how much diesel is. Diesel now is between 195 to 200 naira per liter. And here we use between 100 to 200 liters a day based on power supply. Power supply is poor.
We ask Okere what could make him comfortable in his manufacturing business.
I will be very comfortable in a situation where I have uninterrupted power supply. In the first place, assuming NEPA brings lights for like 1 or 2 hours in a day, the process of changing from NEPA to generator, you incur some loss. And it's possible that by the time NEPA goes off and you switch off to gen, and in the next 10, 20, 30 minutes or whatever, NEPA could come, and you wanting to use NEPA will stop your generator. For you to change to NEPA again, you are going to incur loss. And peradventure, any moment they come in, you want to use it. So, I mean, you keep incurring loss each time you see NEPA because the process of changing from NEPA to generator will make you to incur loss. And those loss is difficult to, to be accommodated in costing.
Okere has another painful story.
Apart from buying diesel, it takes an average of 40 to 50,000 naira alone to service. I mean ordinary service, or not maintenance. Other things could happen. I mean, on the average, you spend close to 100 to 200,000 naira monthly to maintain generator. That excludes cost of diesel. That excludes what you're going to pay to NEPA or PHCN. My brother, is not easy.
Poor supply of power forcing the company to rely on generator raises the cost of doing the business. This harsh condition has forced Mr. Okere to sack 22 of his factory workers, leaving 8. This is Central Business District of Lagos Island, where you have all the huge activities going on in tall buildings behind me. But they all share one thing in common, and that is they suffer from poor supply of electricity, and so they turn to private generators to generate their power. Electricity industry report shows that Nigerian citizens and institutions spend more than $2 billion annually powering generators. Analysts believe that this is a wrong form of pressure on an economy. Effiong Ekop, TVC News, Lagos.